introduction of the committee members.
We have Megan. Okay. From Whitewater, I have Dave Sick, have Brian, Daniel, have Wang Jian, and Harley. Harley is online. I think that's my introduction.
Okay, thank you, Lang. So next we will welcome Mr. Joy Zhang from IAPA to give a presentation on the IAPA Q4 Outlook Survey.
Thank you, Ms. Fang. Ivan, could you stop sharing screen so I can put up the... Thank you. I wonder if everyone could see my screen. So I will be sharing a quick overview of IAPA's quarterly outlook survey from the last quarter of 2024. The background is IAPA started to do an online trending survey among our global attractions to understand their outlook on their own attraction business as well as the economic conditions. The key topics we would ask them in this survey, including their outlook for the global and their respective regional economics, as well as their sentiment regarding their selected business conditions, their expectation for their business performance, as well as what they see as their top opportunities, as well as challenges within their business. IAPA started to initiate this Outlook survey, started in Q3 of 2023. We have been doing this for 6 editions so far. And the Q4 of 2024 survey took place in October 7th to November 3rd in 2024. We have collected 159 responses from all 4 regions across the globe. In this latest quarterly outlook, here is a quick summary, which I will dive into each sectors later. But the first one we ask the respondents are the economic outlook. While the economic outlook was fairly consistent throughout the 2024, but the scores trended down slightly in Q4. Many attractions are still concerned about the availability of skilled trade labor over the next 6 months. More than a half of our Q4 respondents project increased revenue, profitability, and attendance over the next 6 months. Some of the top identified opportunities continue to revolve around how to increase new products, as well as increasing their park attendance. Of course, when we come to concerns, there are still ongoing pressures regarding the rising operation expenses, as well as the labor shortage for many of our attraction members. Now, let's go to the first question we ask our members, right? Basically, the first question we ask is, how do you feel about the global economy over the next 6 months? So our members would choose 10 would be very optimistic, 1 will be very pessimistic. So you will see 2 lines on this one. The green line will be the Q4 responses. The gray line will be the Q3 responses. As you can see, more than 60% of the responses are under the score of 6. The ongoing geopolitical issues and political uncertainty were mentioned in this question. The next question we ask our respondents are, how do you feel about your country's economy over the next 6 months? Of course, the number represents the same scale. There are some cautious optimism from the sector's growth, tempered by concerns over their nation's inflation, interest rate, political instability, and regional challenges. As you can see from the results from Q4 and Q3, there are less optimism from the score 8 to score 10. Regarding the labor expectations for our labor pool in the attraction business, we actually ask the following questions. How do you think your available labor pool will change over the next 6 months? Number one is, of course, expected labor pool to decrease. Number 5, of course, is expect the labor pool to increase, right? There are a few notable things I want to mention here is many attractions are very concerned about the availability of their skilled trade labor candidates, right? Regarding the professional and managerial level staff, actually, the proportion doesn't really change too much over the last 2 quarters, right? But this one remains, the skilled trade labor shortage remains close to 40% to be expected to have fewer available and quality candidates. Next, we ask our facility members who owns and operates attractions on their past 6 months business performance. There are some concerning results here. First of all, on the revenue portion, their business performance more than 40% are reporting revenue decreasing in Q4 of 2024, as well as the amount of per capita spending within their parks. There are fewer members reporting they have increased per capita spending. Similar to that, a lot of our attraction members are reporting their decreased or less group sales revenue for their attractions and business. Now, that's for the last 6 months in Q4, right? We then ask our members what they would project for the next 6 months performance. Here are the results. Reported increases for attendance and capital investment have also trended down since Q1 of 2024, and half indicated their attendance decreased in Q4 versus the same period 1 year ago in 2023. 4 out of 10 shared their profitability have declined in Q4, also reflecting the highest level so far. About a quarter experienced a growth rate of 6% or more for group sales, attendance, and revenue during the past 6 months. Now, for the next 6 months, actually, more than half of our attraction members expect increased revenue and profitability in the next 6 months. However, the percentage projecting higher revenue has trended down since Q1, as you can notice from this chart. In the beginning of 2024, more than 76 of our attraction members are projecting their business revenue to grow through the course of 2024. But in Q4, when we ask the same question, only slightly over 50% project that their revenue will increase in basically Q1 and Q2 of 2025. Same thing for the per capita spending within their park. As you can notice, even 1 year ago in the end of 2023, over 60% of our members are projecting their per capita spending are going to increase. Now, only 40% project that their per capita spending from the guests, of course, will be increasing. That's the last slide is the expected year-over-year growth rates generally remain healthy for most of the metrics. About 1 in 5 project increase of 6% or more for revenue, profitability, attendance, and group sales for the next 6 months. We have also asked in this survey what would be the top-rated concerns from our facility operators. We actually see the economic uncertainty has increased significantly in Q4 comparing to prior seasons. Over 63% of our members have expressed the concern regarding their economic uncertainty. Participants were also mentioning in the survey their worries around continuous cost pressures as well as consumer demand over the next 6 months. So all 3 concerns have been over 50% in all 3 aspects. Continued on concerns, while 4 in 10 were concerned with geopolitical tensions, but comparing to 1 year ago, the concerned level on geopolitical tensions is much lower. 1 year ago, when we asked about the same question, over 56% of our respondents shared their concerns regarding the global or regional geopolitical tensions. The recent survey revealed only 40% shared their concern on geopolitical tensions. But the level of concern for their park and operators' available budget, as well as their access to investment capital in the coming months, trended much higher in Q4. Let's take an example. Regarding their available operation budget, right? In the last 2 quarters, usually the concerned amount on that was basically around a quarter, right? Now in Q4, when we asked the same question, the percentage who expressed the concerns increased from 25 to 38%. Similar to that, we also asked about their concern regarding the operators' access to investment capitals. Now more than 34% shared their concern. The same question 1 year ago, only 27%. So this would be some important trends and insights for every industry professional, especially manufacturer and supplier sectors, to be aware of, right? Comparing to earlier in 2023, most of our respondents are no longer that much concerned about their supply chain issue. I think that's largely because I think the impact from COVID has already been disappearing, and most of the attractions can now operate without worrying about their supply chain issues. Now let's move on to some of the opportunities and challenges that were identified by our facility members. Some of the top identified opportunities continue to revolve around having new products and increasing their attendance. Either they are looking for new locations or they are looking to renovate their existing attractions. Some facilities are looking for adding more seasonal events and special events to boost up their attendance level. Of course, a lot of the attractions are thinking about how they can optimize their revenue. How should they implement dynamic pricing through different seasonality? How should they offer more seasonal offerings? How can they do more upselling other than the admission sales, right? They are also wondering how they can expand their food and retail offerings. Of course, even the parks and attractions are looking for more sponsorship and partnership opportunity, all of which would be helping them to optimize their revenue opportunities. And regarding attendance growth, the facility members are reporting they are wondering how they can attract more broader customer base, not just say your demographic used to be just kids and family. Now they are looking for how they can attract more young adults, right? And they are also looking for how they can expand their group sales and seasonal tickets, how they can increase their marketing on social media as well as promotions. Now, there are a lot of one opportunity was new in this quarterly outlook is on operational efficiency. Attractions are now more focused on how they can increase their operational efficiency on some cost saving initiatives, how they are going to improve their waste reduction, how are they going to optimize their internal operational process, how are they going to retain their employee and skilled laborers, as well as how they can invest in technology to streamline their current operations. So those four aspects represent some of the opportunities for everyone in this industry to improve on and to work together for. Of course, we cannot just talk about opportunities. We also ask our facility members on their key challenges, right? Over the next 6 months, they've projected the following 4 key challenges. Number one is they are worrying about the higher operational expenses as well as inflation in their own markets, the rising cost, increased taxes, economic downturn, and pretty flat economic, as well as the sensitivity on the pricing from our guests, right? Also on staffing, they feel like they all faced the labor costs, employee retention, and the lack of qualified professionals for their park business. Economic and political uncertainty, political instability, economic uncertainty, and geopolitical tensions continue to be a top challenge for our operators. Other than that, of course, competition and market dynamics, there are more new attractions opening up near their own operations. There are pricing pressures in their own market. There are market saturation, like maybe your city could only accommodate this many theme parks or water parks. So this has also become a concern, as well as your guests' loyalty. Are they renewing their seasonal pass? Are they renewing their annual pass? This became a concern and a challenge for our operator members. So with that, I am about to conclude my overview on the quarterly outlook report. But before that, I want to share the respondent profile with all of you guys. As you can see, this is a global operator survey, but predominantly North America region and our Europe, Middle East, and Africa members contributed to 3/4 of the survey. I would encourage every member in China, in Asia Pacific, who operates attraction to participate in this survey. This survey is available in Chinese, so I encourage you guys to participate in this as well. And the majority of our respondents for this survey are from the sector of amusement/theme park, as well as entertainment centers, followed by water park, then aquarium and zoo. Another thing I want to mention is starting from Q1 of 2025, this IAPA quarterly outlook report will also include our members from manufacturers and suppliers to report your outlook for your business and your region very soon. So I encourage your participation in this survey as well. Thank you, everyone. As a member of IAPA, you can download this report along with other IAPA research reports on iapa.org with your member credentials. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you, Joey. So, yep. All right. So again, thank you, Joey, for sharing all this quarterly overview survey. And there's a lot of information and data, and we see the market's challenges, and we also see the opportunities. Now let's start today's roundtable session. And first of all, I would like to thank IAPA and my boss Lan to letting me have this opportunity to host today's roundtable with 4 honorable guests. And all the guests today are now either currently or previously the M&S committee members. Now, even though every guest may have different roles and for different product or business, but all of them are focused on the APAC region. So our main task and main goal of today's roundtable is to meet and share with the audience, and then that provide from a manufacturer and supplier's point of view what has happened in 2024 and what is our prospect of 2025 for our industry. So now allow me to introduce our guests quickly. Today we are very pleased to have Ms. Edna Kwong, and then Ms. Megan Mo, Ms. David Fong, and Mr. Harley Bostock as our guest. And then I will start with a quick self-introduction, and then we'll turn over to the guests to do their self-introduction. My name is Fang Yi, and I am the Vice President of Engineering from Century 3, and have been working in my background actually is an architect, and have been working in this design and engineering management business in the past 30 years. And I mainly focus on the theme park, themed hotel, and also high-tech industry. And then now let's move to Ms. Edna Kwong. Please do a quick self-introduction.
I'm on you. Hi, everyone. I'm Edna Kwong from Venue Plus, and our company is based in US, and we start from mobility like stroller, ECV, and locker for over 20 years ago. We used to name called Scooter Bug and Best Locker before, and in China we call Shifu Teburger. And then 2 years ago, our company expanded to souvenir car machine, game rooms, and photo capture business. And the market we cover, we used to work with theme park, water park, zoo, or FEC in Asia and also in China. And yeah, that's more about our company. Thank you.
Thank you, Edna. And then Ms. Megan Mo, please do a quick self-introduction.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm from Whitewater. Whitewater is a Canadian company based in Vancouver. So we are. Should I stand here? Hello. Okay. So Whitewater is one of the leading companies in water park designing and manufacturing, and we also have brand families offering aquatic entertainments from water park to water rides, theme park, hotels, and surf park. So I currently based in Shanghai, so I look after APAC marketing and also the operation of our APAC office based in Shanghai.
Thank you, Megan. And then let's turn into my colleague, David Fong.
Hello, everyone. I'm David Fong. I'm from I'm from Century. Yeah. This is my 14th year working on the amusement park and attraction industry. I joined in MS committee at the end of 2022, but just because of my job change, I had to quit in this committee last year. But always it's my pleasure to be involved in this, the event of this committee at IAPA. So I'm very happy to be here to meeting. As a company, Century is a international consulting company focusing on the consulting service for theme park, water park, and resort in China market. We accompany with the customer from the initial stage till grand opening, including the plan itself and also construction. We including unity study, concept design, and also procurement and construction management. Well, anyway, we will be a very loyal company with
Thank you, David. And finally, we will introduce Mr. Harley Bostock to give a self-introduction.
Hello, everyone. I'm Harley Bostock. I'm with TrialTech Amusement. We're a Canadian company based in Montreal. So if any of you speak French, bonjour, hello. Although we're a Canadian company, I'm actually based in Hong Kong. TrialTech, we've had an office in Hong Kong for many years to manage our business in China and elsewhere. And then I relocated from Canada to Hong Kong mid last year to upgrade the office to our regional office. So I'm in your neighborhood now. So for TrialTech, we're known in the industry as creators and manufacturers of interactive, immersive rides and attractions and experiences. So to give you an idea, one of the probably best known attractions here in the Asia Pacific are the interactive dark rides that we've done for many Legoland parks around the world. We've done 2 of these interactive dark rides here in Asia, one in Malaysia, the newest in Korea, and coming soon to Shanghai at Legoland Shanghai is our Ninjago dark ride. So I invite everybody to go to Legoland Shanghai when it opens and to try firsthand a TrialTech dark ride there. Also in Shanghai, and I'm not picking on Shanghai, there are other cities in Asia that have TrialTech attractions, but at the Puy de Fou Sega City of Light has one of our themed motion platforms. So if you've been to the Puy de Fou immersive theater, it's a group-based activity, and you walk through these beautiful themed corridors and rooms of Shanghai circa 1930s. And at one point, you get into a train and you're on a train journey. That theme locomotion, completely from design and supply, is from TrialTech. So TrialTech, we do a variety of formats: locomotions, dark rides, theaters, flying theaters, walkthroughs, etc., all with hardware and content. So we're known in the industry as a maker of really great immersive and interactive theme rides and attraction experiences. Thank you.
Thank you, Harley. And so, Yvonne, let's move to the first question of today's roundtable. So the first question is, what service and products do you provide and which market do you cover? So let's start from Edna. Ms. Edna, could you give us a brief introduction?
Yeah, sure. We do mobility in lockers, and for example, when you see the stroller, the ECV available in the theme park, we provide to them in revenue share, meaning we provide the equipment free of charge, and then when they do the rental, we share the revenue. And then also for locker solution for theme park and water park, for example, the locker in Disney, we provide to them, we tailor-make a solution for them based on the attraction requirement, and then we will suggest them what type of locker or system they should use, and we even design the system based on their need and then provide it to them in revenue share. We cover the service and maintenance. And Personally, I take care of the Asian market, including the China and Southeast Asia, Philippines, Vietnam, and also Singapore, Malaysia, Korea. We cover all this market.
Thank you, Anna. And then Ms. Megan Mo, please, could you please introduce your briefly what service and which market do you cover?
I cover also APAC markets. Our APAC market including Greater China, Southeast Asia, Australia, New Zealand, and also South Korea and Japan. So we do water park from design to manufacturing and also performance service. We also do water rights and some very newly emergent business models like surf parks.
Thank you, Megan. And then Harley, could you please do a brief introduction?
Yeah, so I think I already kind of covered what TrialTech does in design and manufacturing our media-based experiences. I cover Asia, like and Megan does, but our market extends west to include South Asia, India in particular. So it's a fairly big footprint, but there's lots of good opportunities in that region.
Yeah. Thank you, Harley. And then David, I know you have done a kind of brief introduction of C3, what we provide, and do you have anything to add?
I want to add to our service is consulting for the project, and our products, our knowledge, and our experience with the top level printers. So our market, we are now focused on China market, and we are an international consulting company, so we are trying and always looking for the opportunities to bring the top level of amusement park to China market. That's what we are always working on.
Thank you, David. Well, we have a very diversified team of experts here, so on from product and attraction providers, service providers, and also the whole system provider. And I'm really excited to hear your opinion from different perspectives. So that being said, let's move to the second question. Now, so how was your 2024 and what were your major challenges? So let's start from Harley. Could you please share your view?
Yeah, so challenges. I think probably everybody in the room has many challenges in this last year. For us in particular, a lot of the things that what Joey was saying in the global report absolutely resonate with the challenges that TrialTech corporately had. So for example, we're based in Montreal, and Montreal is a very big game development center. We are resources, people resources, to develop the content for our clients. So one of the biggest challenges we had in this last calendar year was finding and retaining good quality game developers, modelers, artists, sound engineers to be able to create the experiences. So in Montreal, wage inflation is a very big issue. And so we're having to face HR issues, which is one of our biggest challenges. Probably one of the not recognized challenges is foreign exchange. So it is a big barrier for us to sign opportunities. So we have lots of clients, they're interested in what we do, they like the type of experiences that we provide, and yet their local currencies are depreciating to the US dollar. And so many of them are hesitant to sign contracts with us until there's a more favorable foreign currency. And in Canada, quite frankly, our Canadian dollar has also depreciated. So which is good as an exporter. We export in US dollars, but a lot of our procurement is also in US dollars. So foreign exchange was a big issue for us in this last year. And I'll end with the third one, is that the challenge that we have on technology. So a lot of our clients, they're wanting to create something new for their market, something that the market doesn't have. And so they're wanting to add in new technologies so that they can better position their products in the market to grab attention from their local audiences. So as a designer, for sure, we want to add in new innovation to be able to add a new spin, add a new feature, something that will engage and attract the guests. This is important. But operators also want attractions that are dependable and reliable and durable. No operator that we know is willing to sign off on a blue sky, a concept attraction. They want proven technology, but within proven technology, they want to have innovation. So one of the challenges that we have in creating many of our award-winning attractions is that balance between injecting new innovation to the attraction so that the attraction will appeal to the guests, be able to position the attraction in the market to gain local market attention with the desire to have proven technology so it's reliable and durable and so on. So this for sure is also one of the challenges that we have. I'd like to think that we've met that last challenge very well. And so those would be the top three. There are many, but maybe I'll let others speak about their challenges.
Thank you, Harley. It's it's really, well, at least it's kind of interesting to me to hear what you are sharing, and probably from the aspect out that normally we don't see in China, and also from technology and innovation point of view. And then, so David, could you please share with us what is your opinion on the major challenges and what's happening to 2024?
Yeah, as we all know that up to 2024, to our industry, we challenges. But actually, for Century 3, where generally I think we can see we had a good year, or working on some ongoing projects, and we won some new projects, and also we were chasing some potential cases. So generally, we have actually 2024. I think it's better.
Okay, thank you, David. Excuse me, sorry.
So for the challenges, we also have some challenges. The first one is the order customer. This makes us the opportunities become less, and also it takes much.
是不然这里听的。
Oh, okay. As customers are more conscious, so we have to spend more time and more energy with the client to run an order, and also this makes our order numbers it's much lower than expected. The second is the price pressure. Majority of our projects government background, so they have a very limited with a very strict limit with the budget, and also very sure. So this compared with the project this year, the budget is much lower. And the third one, I think, is delivery quality. So this is also related to the second one. As we are working on the top, the international top IP providers, they are expecting very high, we say they are requiring a very high level of quality, and also they are very, very strict on the details. But our budget sometimes don't allow us to provide that high network quality. So this is the challenges we are having. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, David. We shared a lot of experience and the opinions and the challenges here. And then next we will invite Ms. Edna to share your view.
Yeah, sure. I think my view, what happened in our company last year is quite in line with what the report Joey has just shared. For the China market last year, we came across a big drop comparing to 2023, because everyone knows 2023 was a good booming year after the COVID. And last year, because having the release of travel restriction policy in China, and some people choose to travel out of the country for their holiday instead of staying in China. Also, there are a lot of uncertainty of the local economy. People are more cautious in spending. And as for other country, country other than China, we see the business is more stable. Similar or big growth in 2023, and is really depending on the country. Some are more having a better growth, some are just stabilized, or some are even having some decrease in the revenue. And I think the challenges is in Asia, or especially in China, the big projects are getting less than like 5 to 6 years ago, when the market was booming. And then the growth is obviously slowed down now. And the second thing I would say the challenges is the market is become more and more competitive. And because the size of that piece of cake didn't grow as fast as the number of the vendor or competitor, it means more vendor or more competitors to fight for the same piece of cake. And another thing, the challenges is the gas expectation is getting higher. We used to do enough to cover the needs of the gas, but now we got to do more than enough. The overall standard is level up in order to meet the guest's satisfaction. And what we deliver is not just a physical product. And the best is to include technology, whether it is IGable or 小红书able, or has to be shareable on the Instagram or social media. It's really a lot more than just a product. So I really, I fully agree with Harley and his innovation. We got to be continuously, endlessly to do the innovation, and that is the key to drive business and market attention.
Thank you, Anna. So actually, our discussion echoes a lot to what Joey has presented earlier on the market challenges, on the attendance changes, on the pressure on the economy growth and efficiency, and also on the shortage of the skilled resources. Now, we talked a lot about the challenges, what has happened on 2024. Now, let's move to the third question. Well, how is your business in the Asian Pacific region, and what is your outlook? So let's start from David.
Our business in Asia Pacific, was since 2003, started this business since 2012 in Disney Shanghai project. And shortly after that, we completed the Beijing Universal project. So those are the top 2 in China right now. And after that, we have been working on multiple projects, and we are still working on that right now. Meanwhile, maybe I would say from last year, we also after international high-level IP and trying to develop some amusement park in China. That's what, as I said, we are trying to bring the international high-quality amusement park to China. So I think the business in this market, it's keep growing in the past years. Also, this growing rate is slowed down recently in the past years. But I still think we are deal with this market. I think in this market we will have so many challenges. So that means we need to improve ourselves to suit this requirement of the client. But I think for this one, the requirement is higher, and this is a better advantage to trade. This will force us to improve our service quality and also focus on the innovation and also keep us maintain a high level with customer relationship management. This is the things we need to do and is what we are good at. So I always believe that a true gold will always shine when you put it in the trying industry is trying to be that true gold to this industry. Thank you.
Thank you, David, and Ms. Megan.
Sure. Our business in APAC, Asia Pacific region, is still positive. And I should say that each market in Asia Pacific is very different. Each time I talk to my team in China, in Southeast Asia, in Australia, I realize how dynamic and vibrant this market is. But one thing for sure, so the outlook and our business in the region, I can talk about 3 points. So one thing for sure is the market is the competition is very intense. And our key audience is still family consumers, family visitors. So nowadays we talk about younger generations or like younger friends or spouse. But actually when we talk to our clients in their consumer portfolio, families still the majority of their visitors. So that goes down to we as the manufacturer, how we can help the park to design your park and to design your attractions to cater to from baby or infants to grandparents to the grandparents. How you can design a product in park to entertain such wide ages. That's something that we are solving the problems with our clients. And the second thing is that we see previously, actually, in APAC now, we are still building majority projects greenfield water parks. But in North America, our clients are adding a few parks each year, like 1 to 3 rides each year. So that's very different business model. So in APAC, we are seeing our aquatic entertainments appearing in more different business models. Previously, it's only water parks, but now we are seeing our products in hotels and also in cruise ships and also in malls. There are our surf simulation machines are selling more to the malls. So the business models are more dynamic now in the APAC region. And the third thing is that we do see our clients are searching for operation ease with short of labor and the higher prices. So we are helping them from our part, we're designing our products with less, like for example, we are upgrading our place with the size. So from the park, they can allocate fewer operators on site. And for parents, they can look after their kids while they can relax aside. So we're helping our clients to solve these problems. I think these are 3 points that I would like to share. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm just doing a quick time check. And then since the question 4 actually linked quite much to question 3, so now let's move into the 4th question. And which APAC markets do you believe are stronger and why? So let's start from Edna, Miss Edna?
Yeah, sure. I think in the future, China is still the biggest market in Asia, but of course, full of challenges and competition. And then, other than that, Japan and Korea remain the position to be the top 3 or 5 in Asia, because they still have the highest attendance for the local and foreign people. And yeah, that's why they remain the revenue. Also, they maintain the venue, their own part very well. They keep having attracting the guests coming over for visiting and revisit again. So that's why they always keep refreshing with, like, for example, some new games or new attraction or something to get more attendance. And other than that, I will see Vietnam and Indonesia will be the growing market because they got a very big population and they have not yet fully developed. So there's still a huge potential for the developing, and that can be a focus in the coming year.
Thank you, Anna. And then, Harley, could you please share what is your view?
Yeah, actually, I think Edna did a very good review for the theme park business. So I would just add a couple points to that, is that when we look at the Asia Pacific market, it's actually not one market, it's multiple markets. We have the mature market that Edna was talking about, like Japan, Australia, no new major projects being developed in those markets. It's existing operators adding new attractions, refurbishing existing attractions. So on the mature market, it's a different type of approach to there. There are good opportunities. There are currency issues, especially in Japan, but it's mature markets is we need a more tailored, customized approach to how we propose different experiences to there. And then in Asia is all the way down to the true emerging markets, like Edna had also mentioned, like a Vietnam or Indonesia or India. So these are first generation markets where the first big proper theme parks are being developed. In the future, there would be more. But they're the leading markets, and it's all new. So they're going out to Europe, North America. They're looking at things they like and want to bring it back to their own emerging markets. So within the Asia Pacific, there are multiple markets, and each of them require a different approach on how we propose our solutions. Emerging markets are very price sensitive by and large, and so we need to put together proposals that kind of fit that price demand. Mature markets, maybe there's a little more leeway than that. I won't touch on China. It's the big elephant that everybody's hoping will come back quite quick. The second point I would talk about is, for the purpose of this discussion and Joey's report, it was focused primarily on theme parks. Megan is here to talk about water parks, but there are also LBEs, there's touring exhibitions, there's science and museums. Across the other segments, there's lots of interest in adding a new thing. And fortunately for TrialTech, a lot of it is technology and media focused. And so there are opportunities in all of those markets for other segment operators who are looking to add a new thing for their market. So while for TrialTech, while theme parks in some markets may be struggling, these other segments, there are other operators that are looking to add new experiences, again, often maybe technology, media focused, that would be something good. Actually, I'll add in a third one, and that's about IPs. So those who are watching the IAPA news feed will know that, for example, there's going to be a brand new Jurassic World open up in Bangkok in mid this year, maybe third quarter this year. Great IP, well known. People love it in Asia. It's loved globally. And so the usage of IP in all of these markets and in most of those segments is a strong trend. And so I think that is going to be something that will carry forward in all the markets, including in China. I mentioned about work that we're doing for Legoland in Shanghai. Legoland, very strong IP. And there are other good, strong IPs, international IPs and local IPs that are being used. And this is going to strengthen the market in all of the markets. So I think those three things, I think, are good things for Asia.
Very good points. Thank you, Harley. And then Megan, could you please add your point and views?
Yeah, I do fully agree with what Harley has said. The APAC market is very different, and we do approach each market with different proposals or brand positioning. And then, but for sure, China market is still very large and a powerhouse among all the markets in APAC. And while there is less greenfield parks, but we see that as consumers require for better experiences, we do see that impact on our client side is that parks require attractions with better quality and better experiences and better operations. And IP is also another in China market, especially we see big IPs building parks in China, like Port Mart. They are building their parks in Beijing. The feedback was quite great. So IP is not traditionally theme park IPs, but a wider range of IPs. Companies are trying to get into this industry.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you very much, Megan. Well, finally, David, do you have anything to add?
Like Vision, I always have faith in the China market. To my opinion, just some points that first, China market the largest population in the world, and it's the biggest number of young people and middle class. Those are the most active and loyal consumers for this business. Technically, I think people in China, like me, are always under high pressure, so we need a chance to release it. And what I'm thinking that the amusement park and the sport is the best and the fastest and most efficient place to do that. So I think for the needs, it's very huge in this market for this amusement park. And although we have built many amusement parks and resorts in China, but we can see there's not so many impact. What we can name maybe only Disney Shanghai, Beijing Universal, China Guangzhou, and China Zhuhai. That's only the several we can name it. We're thinking high quality. So that's a very huge, very big venture market for the new projects and also for the vision of the old project, old apps and theme parks and resort. So I think as we are essentially always do, it's trying to bring the top level IP in China, and also we are trying to connect with high quality manufacturer and supplier members. So with those two factors, I think we can deliver lots of high quality development and give more fun and better experience to China consumers. That's it.
Right. Thank you, David. So we've gone through all the 4 questions, the 4 topics of today's roundtable, and thank you all the honorable guests for sharing experience and your prospect. There has been a lot of challenges in our industry in the past year, and however, from today's roundtable, I've learned a lot actually. when everybody and every company is learning from the projects and from the business and from the market that we're dealing with in daily basis, and by improving ourselves, by learning and bringing new technologies and the innovative ideas, keep open-minded and be creative, and also while at the same time keep efficiency. We do see opportunities in a different area of Asia Pacific regions, and especially in mainland China, for greenfield projects and also for improving and renewal of the existing project. So that being said, we would turn into the QA session. So if the audience, on-site audience and audience online, you have questions, please raise your hand. For those audience on the online, I will also encourage you to type the questions in the Zoom chat. Is there any questions?
看一下大家在座的有没有对这个分享有任何问题啊？这个尽管是对于国内的文旅，还是大家听到对于这个亚太文旅的一些分享，大家有什么想要问的问题都可以去问。如果大家要用中文问的话，我也可以帮他翻译，所以啊，但这方面没有英文问题。
If no other questions from both the meeting room as well as online, we will wrap this one up. But do let us know, let IAPA staff, myself, Mr. Lan know how do you want to see those future webinar or in-person event to be. Let us know your feedbacks, and together we can overcome the challenges together. That's the power of IAPA, because your wisdom, your experience, your expertise in the region, in the attraction industry, will help us to be better, more profitable, as well as have a more sustainable business. So thank you all for your time, and thank you all for Edna, Harley, Mr. Fang, and Megan for your time and sharing during the roundtable session.
Thank you, Joey. I will recommend suggest a big applause for all the guests and the audience on site and online. Thank you.
Recording stopped.